What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset. Wolkernite Fight Championship 5, 27th of July. Going to be a fantastic card. Probably coming towards the end of my pre-fight interviews now. So yeah, really looking forward to wrapping it up. Going to be doing some fight previews, just going over some of the fights I've got my eye on. Like I said, go get your tickets. I'll keep saying it until we're sold out, but keep getting your tickets. Links in the description. Go through the fighters, make sure that you're getting them some kickback as well. But without further ado, I'm joined by George Furner from Gracie Barra Derby. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. Second time back at Wolkernite, one of our returning fighters, which I always get quite excited about. It's good to see people coming back and good to see familiar faces on the show. How are you feeling ahead of July?
Yeah, I feel good, feel ready, confident this time around. Always confident anyway, but I feel super confident this time around. Preparation's always been good, so
Yeah,
yeah, I'm ready
well,
for it.
obviously, coming off the first setback of your amateur career, like it's a bit of a bounce back. How have you kind of dealt with that? And did you kind of have to go back to the drawing board and kind of just see where things went wrong and then make some corrections?
I wouldn't say obviously it was a tough loss, you know. Losing's never easy, but it's just motivated me more. So I've just been training harder, more motivated, more ready than ever, just to get in there and just to show like what I'm actually capable of.
Yeah, and it's where it needs to be done at the amateur level. It's where you should
100%.
where you should be taking your losses and not taking these easy fights that people want to take. Like you've never fought anyone with a losing record before, and that's not very common in the amateur when people are coming up. They're normally the first couple of fights against people who have got maybe one win, four losses and stuff. So it sets you up well. Sets you up well as well because a 100% finish rate, two wins, two finishes, both by TKO. Is that
Yeah.
something that you're wanting to keep going? You wanted to make sure you're putting on exciting fights and finishes?
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm always looking to finish the fight. I think the last time I fought, I probably rushed it a bit too much, and that was why I lost the fight. I kind of rushed it, but this time I'm learning how to take my time in the fight a bit more and look for the finish rather than rush it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I remember at your Almighty Fighting Championship debut, you came out in that first round and you were at 100 miles an hour, and then you kind of calmed down in the second and the third round is when you poured it on again. Is that getting that finish in the third round and then obviously in the second round of your next fight? Does it kind of give you a lot of confidence that no matter what round that fight goes to, you're going to be able to carry that same threat of I can finish this whenever?
Definitely, like I'm putting the work in with my strength and conditioning coach James Norman Shaw. Big shout out to him. You know the conditioning's on another level. Always putting the work in, so I'm not worried about if it goes one round or if it goes three rounds. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, and you're taking on one of your most experienced opponents in Anas. How are you feeling ahead of him? Have you seen many of his fights? Because obviously there's a bit out there to look at.
Yeah, I feel good. Like obviously, I don't want to give too much away, but I feel good. I've watched his fights. I think he's got decent hands. He's got decent jiu-jitsu, but it's nothing that I've not seen before. Honestly, like I'm just ready to get in there now, raring to go.
Yeah, and since the last time we saw you at Vulcanite, what sort of progress do you think you've made since then? Is there anything that you've kind of stepped up and leveled up in, and anything that you've really focused on and kind of maybe clicked with you?
Well, I think all round, just trying to get better all round. There's not one specific thing that I like to focus on. With it being MMA, I like to work striking, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. We don't miss anything in this gym. So I like to think all round. I'm just trying to improve as a fighter.
Yeah, and what's kind of the atmosphere been like Gracie Barra Derby just leading up to the fight? Because I know you're quite an active team, so what's kind of the atmosphere been going
Yeah,
like?
no, it's good. We've got a lot of guys fighting on this card. I think there's about eight of us fighting. So fight camp. It's good. It's really good at the minute.
Yeah, and I've been at some of your guys' fights when it was in Battle Arena Nottingham and stuff like that, and there was a large amount of fan support there. It seems that you guys really come out and support your own.
Yeah.
Is that the same in the gym, outside the gym as well at fights? You're all just kind of there for each other and looking after each other.
Yeah, definitely. Like the good thing about our gym is we're like a family. Everyone looks out for each other. So if one of us is going to fight, we're all going to fight type thing.
Yeah, and it's not that far away actually
Yeah,
from Derby. Like I'm 10, 15 minutes away from you guys. I'm in Chilwell. So yeah, it's a close fight camp. Is that kind of a good thing knowing that after the fights you're not gonna have to travel 2, 3 hours back? I mean, you'll be home in 45 minutes.
yeah, definitely. But it just means as well that more people will come to support. Like if you was there last time at Wolkernite, last time Gracie Barrow Derby and Ilkeston was there, I think we must have bought well over 100 fans, and hopefully the same again this time. So we'll fill the place up.
Yeah, well, we've got like Cam Cotterill from Ilkeston as well coming on the card. He's fighting. He was meant to be at the last one, but there's some
Yeah.
complications. Then, what are you looking for the rest of 2024? Obviously, we've got a fight card in August. We've got a fight card in December. Are you looking to have an active second half of the year?
Oh, 100%. I just want to be active, have as many fights as I can, get as much experience as I can, for the rest of the 2024, and then step it up a level in 25.
And do you have a prediction for how you think the fight's going to go? Do you have any kind of inkling on how the fight will end and what to expect?
I don't want to say too much, but like I say, I'm always looking for the finish. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush anything, but I'm confident that I'll be able to get a finish.
Like I said, we enjoy finishes, and I'm gonna do a little thing at the end of this one where I'm just gonna give out some recognition for what I think was the fight of the night, the knockout of the night, submission of the night. So yeah, it gives people a little bit of a reward in that aspect. Sorry, obviously, because like I said, we've seen you before, and I just kind of want to give props to the show. What's made you want to come back and compete on Vulcanite again? Because I think sometimes people go on shows and they're not quite too happy with how it's run and the whole like production of the show. But were you happy as soon as you got offered to fight on Vulcanite to come back and put on another performance for us?
Yeah, 100%. I think Wolkernite's it's a great show. The promoter's really good to us. It's a good environment. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be on there. To be honest, it's a pleasure to be on there.
Yeah, great to hear. Well, we're really looking forward to having you back, George. I'm really looking forward to seeing you fight again. Like I said, the first time I saw you fight on your debut, I was really impressed from what you had to offer, physicality wise, skill wise. So yeah, really looking forward to it. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Make sure you go get tickets for the fight card. It's going to be fantastic. Like I said, loads of people coming from all gyms all over the UK. People from Scotland coming down, so it's going to be amazing. But yeah, once again, George, thank you so much, and all the best for the rest of your fight camp.
Appreciate it.
Nice one. Thank you. Peace.
Thank
Cheers.
you very much. Peace.